Okay, so I know I haven't uploaded in a while. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I don't know. I've been working on a couple other things, so that's why I haven't uploaded in a while. But yeah, today I got fired from my job. Now, it wasn't something that I did. It wasn't like a singular action that made me get fired. It was just the company that I worked for was so we would get contracts, and for a while it was going good. Like, I've been working there now for I think a little over 3 years, maybe 4 years. So yeah, so we get contracts there, and for a while it was going good. Like, you know, recently it's been kind of slow there, but nothing really, like, nothing crazy. Like, we still had work to do, which is good. But yeah, I guess the contract that they got recently, it just wasn't, like, it wasn't big enough. It wasn't what they were used to. So yeah, they came around today. They didn't give us any notice at all. They just came around today and told us that the contract wasn't going to be what they expected, so that they were going to start laying people off. Usually what they mean by laying people off is you're getting fired. Because I've been there to see a couple people like get laid off, because usually it's like it happens in bursts. It'll be like a couple people at a time. So, and yeah, every single time I've seen people get laid off, they've never come back. So yeah, I guess this time it was my turn. It was like there was like 10 of us this time. I think I was the last one to go. But yeah, it really sucks how you're given no notice about that. So I definitely want to make a video about this and just start making videos again. Just because, like, I don't know, I was kind of in a rut. Not in a rut. I wasn't creating. I don't know why. I guess like time kind of flies when I'm not doing it, so I don't really notice how long it's been, which is not good. But yeah, I definitely want to start creating again. This isn't something that I normally do, but it would mean so much to me if you guys could help me out. If you could subscribe to my channel, because right now I'm really trying to get this off the ground. I'm really trying to focus a lot of energy on this. As far as an actual job right now, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. I really want to take a huge risk right now and move to New York City and just say screw it and, you know, go for it. But I don't know. It's a tough decision. It's like there's a lot of anxiety. Like, as soon as they said that, I kind of knew, because there were people there that were just like, there were people there that have been there much longer than me that got fired, and it's just, as soon as that started happening, like, there was a common feeling amongst the room. You could just tell, like, everyone was just, they knew that, you know, this could definitely be it. And yeah, for some of us it was. It's not a big place either. Like, I mean, there's maybe like 40 people there right now, 50, I don't know, before. I mean, now it's obviously a little bit less, but yeah, so it's not exactly like a huge corporation or anything. So it definitely hits home when a lot of these people who have been there for way longer than me, like, you know, 5, 10 plus years, like, it's definitely pretty impactful. Especially because a lot of the people that I worked with were older, so it's like, you know, like, I know that, like, I'm still young, like, I'm only 23 years old, so, but it's just, it's definitely a lot more difficult if you're older and have to deal with something like this. But yeah, it's a weird feeling. Yeah, my camera's about to die, so I just want to make this quick. I just want to make a quick video, just like kind of get some of this out there. Expect more videos from me, because I've been slacking, and now it's go time for me. I really want to start putting out so much more for you guys. I don't know, I'm feeling a lot of emotions right now. A little bit of anxiety, like, I don't know, just a lot right now. It's not bad. I'm not, like, I'm nervous, but I'm also not, because now I know, like, okay, it's go time, like, let's do this. But at the same time, it's, you know, it's definitely a little nerve-wracking. So yeah, I have a good feeling though. I think I'll be okay. Okay, so it's been a couple hours. It's almost 5 o'clock right now. I just got back from the gym a little while ago, so feeling a little bit better. Okay, so a couple of things that I want to talk about, like, about this whole, like, getting fired thing. So like I said before, it was me and I think like 10 8 or 10 other people who got fired today. The contract just wasn't as big as it should have been, so all of us got let go without any notice at all either. Like, they came in this morning at about like 9 o'clock, I think it was, and they kind of told us like, hey, we got some disappointing news. Hold on. Sorry, I just noticed I didn't have my things on. But yeah, so they came in at like 9 o'clock or whatever, and then, yeah, so they told us that they have some disappointing news or whatever, and he said that, the contract that we usually get isn't, like, it's nowhere near as big this time. So I forget exactly how he said it, but basically he said we're gonna start, like, we're gonna be firing people today. I forget how he worded it, but that's, we knew what was happening. We didn't know who was getting fired. We didn't know, like, we didn't know anything. We weren't notified of this at all, so we had no idea that this was happening. And, like, it was such a weird thing because you can immediately tell, like, the room was just silent, and all of us are just sitting there, like, I mean, I know for me, like, I just had this pit in my stomach, like, just, like, peak anxiety, like, I kind of just, like, felt sick almost, because it's a scary thing, it's knowing that you might lose your job, like, right now. So yeah, it's definitely a frightening thing, and especially for, like, some of the older people who are in there who, like, I'm only 23, so it's like I feel like it might be a little bit easier for me to deal with, but, like, for someone who's like 50, 60 years old, like, that's really difficult to deal with. Like, that's not easy. That's the majority of the people that I work with. Like, they're around that age, so it's definitely tough. But yeah, the immediate reaction from everyone was just silent, and it was pretty heavy. Like, it got pretty tense real quick. They went away for a little while, and then I think it was like maybe like 10, 15 minutes later, one of the higher up guys came out, and he was basically like, he'd come over to you and just be like, hey, could we see you in the office? And that was pretty much, if you got called in, you knew that it was over. Pretty much we all just kind of, like, as we're working, we all just kind of watched, like, one by one just go. And, you see some of the people coming back, and they're literally crying. They just lost their job, and they've been there for, like, 5, 10 years even. Like, I've been there for 3 years, almost 4 now, so, and some of the people who got let go have been there for definitely a lot longer than I have. So yeah, it just sucks. And the thing that I don't get, this is the thing that really aggravates me, is like, okay, so they could do that. Like, it's perfectly acceptable for an employer to just completely fire a whole bunch of people without any notice at all. But then if I wanted to quit my job, I'm supposed to give a 2 weeks notice to them when they could just fire me at any point for no reason at all? Like, come on. How is that acceptable? I think that's something that definitely needs to be changed, because that is not okay at all. Because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if one employee quits, then, it's not that big a deal. You have a whole bunch of other people. But, when you fire one person, it's like that could be all they have, especially without any notice. We knew that it was a little slow there, but I don't think anyone was really expecting this. That's definitely something that really annoys me, is just the fact that, an employee can get fired at any given moment for any reason, but yet if I want to quit somewhere, I'm supposed to give a 2 weeks notice to my employer when they could just drop me and then, oh well, it's on you now. It's like, come on. Like, I'm not trying to, be complaining or have people sympathize for me, but it's like, that's just something that we should really consider and we should really try to change. That's just something to think about, because it's definitely wrong the way that things are right now, especially when it comes to that. So something else that I felt immediately, like, as soon as it happened, like, I knew what was going down, especially because one of the girls that I work with, she's around my age. Like, I looked back and I saw that they went over to her, and as soon as she got up, I knew that, like, I was definitely next, and sure enough, I was. It's definitely a pretty scary thing. But it's also like once I walked out, it was like, I don't know, it was such a weird feeling. Like, there was so much going on, but ultimately it was almost like a weight lifted off me. Now I could really like have my sights set on something and just go for it. It was such a weird feeling having all that like anxiety going through you, but just being like completely calm about it and knowing that it's going to be okay. Because that's exactly how I felt. Like, yeah, it's definitely nerve-wracking to just lose your job all of a sudden, but at the same time it was like, okay, like now you can move on. Like now it's time to go now. Weirdly, there was a bit of relief in that. I'm not really bummed out about it. I feel like, I mean, I know I could have left at any time, but like now I feel like it's time for me to move on, and it's kind of nice actually. Like, as weird as it sounds, I know that a lot of people really dwell on that, but like, I mean, what's the alternative right now? Like, I just don't see the point in dwelling on this, like, it's just, like, things happen, yeah, it's unfortunate, but the only thing I could do now is just move forward. There's no point to just dwell on it, because where's that going to get me? I definitely wanted to make this video and just kind of explain to you guys what's going on with this, because there's definitely a lot on my mind today. Ultimately, though, like, I'm okay. It's definitely, like, a lot going on, but it's good, because I feel like I can move on now. Like, I'm ready to just go and, like, move on to bigger and better things. And one thing that I really want to happen is I really want to grow this channel as much as I can, just to try to get my voice out there and like share my opinions with much more people. Because I think that, a lot of the things that I go through, like, it's not uncommon. So I think that, some of my videos, maybe they could help some people, hopefully. So I definitely want to try to like expand my channel as much as I can. I really want to focus on making these videos anymore and just making them the best that I can. I'm sorry that I took some time off, and there's really no excuse for that either. So yeah, I'm definitely going to focus on this channel more. The one thing that I do want to ask you guys though, and I don't like asking people for things ever, help me really grow this channel, because now I see this as a perfect opportunity to really focus on this. And I would love nothing more than to just get this channel going and to really hopefully impact a lot of people and to help a lot of people too. I think that a lot of people are going through some things, and I know that watching YouTube videos in the past, like, as funny as it sounds, like, it's helped me so much. Like, it's helped me through a lot of things. I would love to be able to be the person that someone else looks up to. I don't want that to sound egotistical either, but like, I just want to be able to help other people like other people have helped me, if that makes any sense. I think now more than ever, it's time for me to really start stepping it up, especially when it comes to making videos and just, doing the things that I want to do. I know this video is going to be a little bit difficult to understand. There's really not much structure to it at all. I'm just kind of rambling on, and I do apologize for that, but if you're going through something like this, or someone that's going through something like this, it'll be okay. You just got to move on, because there's really no sense in dwelling on it. There's no sense in feeling sorry for yourself or getting mad at the world. It is what it is, and the best thing you could do is just move on from it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I think that's it for now, so I'll see you guys later.